What I have on the screen is our dispatching screen. I just created a brand new trip. I just assigned a driver to it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna, create a trip, assign some task to it, then go to the mobile app, deliver it, and come back here and show you the result. I'm gonna keep switching between the desktop screen and iPad screen a few times and show it to you. Okay. Then I selected a driver. I'm going to select one of the trucks. As soon as you select the truck, it's going to show you the inventory to start dispatching environment. I can attach, assign a trailer or disassemble a trailer. Say, yep, save it. Then I know the driver, the truck. I'm going to say, hey, go and pick up from this refinery. Only have 2 tasks to do. I'm just going to assign them both to this driver and say save and active. Now, when I do a save and active, this trip 5080 with 3 tasks will send to this, my driver that I'm gonna go to the mobile app and show it to you. Then it's already, as status is active. And let's go to the mobile app and, show you from there. I'm gonna stop the sharing here and share the mobile app screen. Zoom, share content, screen. Start broadcasting. Okay, here we go. Now we have the iPad screen, which I'm gonna go to the mobile app, and I haven't started, distribute. I'm gonna refresh the screen. Then it's gonna get that trip that I sent to this driver already. Here you go, 5080 with 3 tasks and picking up truck PC221 on the right hand side. I select and say confirm. Then right away it's telling me, hey, tell me about your truck inventory. We can have pre-trip, inspections and safety checklists before this coming up. And we can have the driver to add or remove some tasks to his, to-do list if you want. But in this demo, I just jump into the truck inventory, and I would say, for example, as driver, I said, nope, my compartment 1 actually is not 90 gallons, already empty. Or in this one, instead of 3,000, I did a deep reading as a 2,000 only in it, which is going to trigger some of those, inventory loss and send some reports. I can say confirm and move forward. Yes, one of the compartment is 0. Now in this screen is showing the truck inventory, and the driver is allowed to do transfer between his own compartments. If you want to, for example, compartment 2 and 3 are the same, and if you want to transfer it and make the compartment 3 empty, then you can, for example, say, I want to transfer from compartment 3 to compartment 2, and it's 2,000 gallon. Then I'm gonna put the 2,000 gallon in it. I'm not sure if it's gonna overflow or not. Say transfer. Yeah, that's gonna be overflow because it doesn't have room for 2,000 gallons over it. Anyhow, that's what you can do as a transfer, or you can transfer to another asset, which means to another storage tank or another truck. When the transfer is done, you can go to the work orders. The green one saying, hey, you know what, that's a refinery for the pickup. White one is actually normal delivery, and the red one is a high priority. Then we have one high priority task to do. Let's imagine we know how to get to the, refinery. We have GPS built into the app, and say, yep, you know what, I'm arrived at the refinery and I'm going to load my truck. Okay. In this scenario, again, because the address for the refinery is Canadian, but the company is US, it's come up with the liter gallon conversion. But you can, if it's only US to US or Canada to Canada, it's going to stick to the liter or gallon based on the company type and, details. In the sake of this demo, I'm just going to put the number. I can say 25 gallons here. And let's say I put another 1,500 here. And what else? I'm gonna put it's almost full. Okay, I'm gonna say that's it. That's what I'm gonna pick up. And let's say I'm taking a picture of BOL. Then let's say, this is my BOL. Just gonna take a picture of my sticky note here. Let's say this is my, BOL. Then the driver can take a picture, punch the number, and say, "Yep, this load is complete." As a result of that, you can see on the top right, completed one task, two more tasks to do. If I click on that truck icon at the bottom of the screen, then I click on it. Now you can see the live inventory of the truck, and you can see the numbers change, and it's live. You have your inventory live at any moment. Or if I'm going to the setting and look at the truck manifest, then you can see that, hey, a load happened to compartment 1 and compartment 3, and the totals are there and updated. At any time, driver don't need to fill the forms. We are automatically creating this form, and if you have a printer in the truck, then just say, hey, print the truck manifest, print, the load manifest, or whatever you need. Let me go and do the first delivery. As you can see, it's automatically moved the high priority to the top of the list for me, because to say, hey, it's high priority to do first. Let's say I'm doing this high priority. There's a note from the office regarding this task. Then these are like a site location notes that say when you arrive, it's in front of the house, for example, in this case. So yeah, confirm, I read the note. And then they only have one unit, okay, which the unit takes a winter stove, stove oil number 1 winter, and the maximum capacity is 1100.2, and nothing, the order is fill it to max. I can say, okay, I'm going to fill it up this. System automatically selecting the right compartment for this to say, hey, you know what, compartment 2 and 3 has the right fuel type for this asset. And I'm going to use automatic compartment 2. I can use compartment 3 if I want. And let's say, in this case, it's trying to connect to the controller. Then you can control the register through the mobile app by saying retry, because there's nothing connected to this demo environment right now. And if I turn off the controller, then what's going to happen is just going to ignore it and ask the driver to run the pump, run the register, read the number, and just punch it here. For example, let's say I ran it and I come back with 550 gallon. Okay, I can say confirm, and then this unit is already filled. Okay, as the system cannot connect to that, controller. Let's imagine while I'm here, the customer, same client, say, hey, you know what? By the way, I just got a new power generator. Could you fill it up as well? Say, hey, I don't know that power generator. Then let me add it. Then on the top right, I can say, hey, add a unit, and I'm gonna call it the power gen. Okay, and I can assign something that say maximum capacity of the power generator is 450 gallon, and he wants me to fill it up. And it takes out, let's say it's the type is, I don't have a power generator, let's say I'm gonna call the equipment, and the type of the fuel it takes, let's say ULSD number 2 seasonal. I can add a unit, and on the flight, as you can see, I added a unit, and I can go and fill it up, and it say, hey, you know what, the compartment 2 is still the right fuel type. I can say, hey, yes, you know what, I put 450, I completely fill it up, confirm. Oops, I've put 0, sorry, I didn't type it properly. 450, okay. Just keep trying to connect, and I'm doing it at the middle. I have to turn off that register controller. Here you go. Now it's fully filled up. And now I can say, you know what, I'm done with this delivery. Either I can take a photo of the meter, the register, the ticket, the signature. Let's say, hey, I take a picture of the keyboard as my meter, and I'm adding another photo, let's say from my other monitor. And this is like, let's say, is a signature of the customer, whatever, just sample. I can even capture the signature of the customer on the screen. Here you go. Let me just say, imagine this is the signature. Okay, or I can leave a note for the office, which I want to say blah. Okay, confirm the note, and I can say, yep, this delivery is done. Okay, complete this work order. At this point, system saying, hey, you pump 2 different fuel types, even though it was from the same pump, but it goes as 2 fuel types. Then what are the ticket numbers? Then this is the weight and measure ticket number. I can just say, hey, for example, it's 1111. Then if they are the same ticket, I can put the same ticket for both. Okay, and confirm. Then if you have a printer attached to the system, it can print the receipt, which means without the price, or print the invoice with the price. We have permission to show the price to the driver, not showing the price to the driver, you know, how many prints you want. There's no printer connected. Let's say I'm done with the printer. I'm saying done. Okay, now second task is completed and one more to do. And if I'm going back to the same truck manifest that you saw earlier, here you go. You can see how, you know, we deducted and transferred to this Maddox, you know, customer from the compartment 2 twice, and the live inventory. And even if I go back to the truck, now I can see the live, you know, truck inventory went down on the fly. But I haven't even finished this, you know, delivery yet. I still have one task more to do. Let's go back to the back office and look at the back office together again. Then if I share my screen here, screen 2, as you can see, if I refresh this screen, now this high priority one is completed. The pickup is completed and one more to do. Okay. And here's a red bubble. Red bubble means there's a note from the driver for the office, which I move mouse over and say, hey, that blah, the note I left. Okay. Let's look at the delivery manifest first. If I click on it, you can see that the client, the location name, which unit, what fuel type that I filled through what ticket, volume, and everything from which truck compartment, who did it, okay, through which trip. Those are the picture and signature captured, okay. And because this is already just out on the iPad, it already had a price, means the invoice is already created. Here's also the invoice. I can go inside, and also here's the invoice and the total, because at the driver level, we created the invoice. We can say, no, do not create the invoice. Leave it for the office to create the invoice if you want. That's a permission. Simple, easy to do. And that was regarding the delivery. And if I go to the load, and if I click in this load manifest icon, you can see that say, hey, you know what, remember that like manifest picture I took? Say, hey, you went to with this truck and this driver at this time, you went to this, this vendor through this trip and fill this compartment through this truck with this fuel types, boom, 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 everything is here. Then this was the very top high level presentation of our mobile app, how you create a trip, dispatch it to the driver, driver do the load or a delivery, all the details live come back to the system and convert to an invoice or the BOL in the system that you can use. Please have a look at this video. If you have any question, let me know. Let's schedule a time to talk about the next step then. Thank you. Bye-bye.